Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 376, The Day at the Zoo, Upper Beginner. Hello everyone. My name is Eleanor and I live in a large city. I work as a librarian and I love spending my free time exploring different places. Last Sunday, I decided to visit the city zoo. It had been a long time since I last went, and I was looking forward to seeing the animals. I woke up early, made myself a quick breakfast of toast and jam, and checked the weather forecast. It was going to be a sunny day, perfect for a trip to the zoo. I packed a small backpack with a bottle of water, a snack, and my camera. Then I took the bus to the zoo. The bus journey was quite long, about 45 minutes, but I enjoyed looking out the window and watching the city go by. When I arrived at the zoo, I bought a ticket and a map. The zoo was quite large, with different sections for different continents and animal types. I decided to start with the African section. The first animals I saw were giraffes. They were so tall and graceful, with their long necks and patterned coats. They were eating leaves from the tall trees in their enclosure. I watched them for a while, taking some photos. They were fascinating to observe. Next I saw the lions. They were lying in the sun, looking very relaxed. One of them let out a loud roar, which made some of the children nearby jump. It was amazing to hear such a powerful sound. I took a few more photos, careful not to disturb them. After the lions, I visited the elephants. They were huge and majestic. They were playing in a large pool of water, spraying each other with their trunks. The children were laughing and pointing. It was a joyful scene to watch. I learned from a nearby sign that the zoo was actively involved in elephant conservation efforts. I then moved on to the Asian section. I saw tigers, snow leopards, and red pandas. The tigers were pacing back and forth in their enclosure, looking powerful and alert. The snow leopards were more elusive, hiding among the rocks. The red pandas were adorable with their red fur and bushy tails. They were eating bamboo shoots. I took a break for lunch at a small cafe in the zoo. I bought a sandwich and a cup of tea. I sat at a table outside and enjoyed the sunshine. Many families were also having lunch and the atmosphere was lively. After lunch, I visited the reptile house. I saw snakes, lizards, turtles, and crocodiles. Some of the snakes were very colourful, while others were camouflaged to blend in with their surroundings. The crocodiles were lying motionless in the water, looking very menacing. The reptile house was quite warm and humid, just like their natural habitats. My final stop was the aviary. It was a large enclosure filled with different types of birds. There were colourful parrots, graceful flamingos, and small finches. The birds were flying freely around the aviary, and their songs filled the air. It was a beautiful and peaceful place to end my visit. Before leaving, I visited the gift shop and bought a small souvenir, a plush toy of a red panda. It was a wonderful, nice reminder of my enjoyable day. I took the bus back home feeling relaxed and happy. It was a wonderful day at the zoo, and I learned a lot about different animals from around the world. It was a great way to spend a Sunday. Vocabulary notes. Exploring, verb, to travel through an unfamiliar area in order to learn about it. Example, I love spending my free time exploring different places. Similar words, discovering, investigating, venturing, touring. Example in a different context, they went exploring the ancient ruins in the jungle. Enclosure, noun, an area that is surrounded by a fence or wall and is used for keeping animals. Example, they were eating leaves from the tall trees in their enclosure. Similar words, pen, cage, compound, paddock. Example in a different context. The sheep were kept in a large enclosure in the field. Majestic, adjective, having or showing impressive beauty or dignity. Example, they were huge and majestic, referring to the elephants. Similar words, grand, magnificent, imposing, stately. Example in a different context. The mountains had a majestic view. Elusive, adjective, difficult to find, catch, or achieve. Example, the snow leopards were more elusive, hiding among the rocks. Similar words, evasive, slippery, intangible, subtle. Example in a different context, the solution to the problem remained elusive. Adorable, adjective, inspiring great affection, charming. Example, the red pandas were adorable with their red fur and bushy tails. Similar words, cute, charming, delightful, lovely. Example in a different context, the baby kittens were absolutely adorable. Camouflaged, adjective, disguised to blend in with the surroundings. Example, some of the snakes were very colourful, while others were camouflaged to blend in with their surroundings. Similar words, disguised, masked, concealed, hidden. Example in a different context, the soldier's uniform was camouflaged for the forest. Menacing, adjective, suggesting the presence of danger, threatening. Example, the crocodiles were lying motionless in the water, looking very menacing. Similar words, threatening, ominous, sinister, intimidating. Example in a different context, there was a menacing storm approaching. Aviary, noun, a large enclosure for keeping birds. Example, my final stop was the aviary. Similar words, birdhouse, birdcage. Example in a different context, the zoo's aviary housed many exotic bird species. Souvenir, noun, a thing that is kept as a reminder of a person, place, or event. Example, before leaving, I visited the gift shop and bought a small souvenir. Similar words, memento, keepsake, reminder. Example in a different context, I bought a postcard as a souvenir of my trip to Paris. Story written by Google Gemini 2.0 AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.